Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be doing number 6 ZigZag Conversion. So what we have here is we have the string PayPal is hiring is written on a zigzag pattern on a given number of rows. Okay, let's do this. And then read line by line, PayPal S pa you have PAH, oh yeah, pan, okay, pan April sig YR. Okay, so we want to write the code that will take a string and make this conversion given a number of rows. Okay, I see. So we're given a PayPal Sharig over here, numbers 3, and then we have this as the output. Okay, that makes sense. And then we also have the example 2, PayPal Sharig over here. Oh, okay, and there's like 4 rows over here. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Um, hmm. This is an interesting problem. I think this is kind of like a string manipulation problem. So we want to figure out a way. I think the easy part is to like have it move downwards. So P A Y, but the difficult part is when you're trying to move it to Y P A Y P L L I, which is like that's like the hard part. Um okay, well, I guess like we'll have to like think of like different ways in order to do this. So okay, so yeah. I guess like we have to like okay, well I guess like as like just write down some preliminary notes right now. We want to like simulate simulate zigzag pattern over here. Basically just maybe what we could do is we could have some sort of like a list which we can like iterate through while we're going through this. So we need to keep track of the number of rows. So that could be like the length of what we need to go through. Yeah. Um Yeah, let's think of like stuff we need to use. So maybe like rows. We could first have rows, which is like a list of strings, a list of strings, where each line corresponds to a line in the zigzag pattern. So each line corresponds to a line in zigzag pattern. Yeah, that's just a list of strings. We could also have some sort of like way to track to like where a current one is. So we could have like a cur row. And I guess we also need like, because if you're going down or up, you need your own indicator in order to determine like what's happening at the given moment. So we'd probably want some sort of a Boolean flag that indicates whether or not you're going up or down. So maybe you can call like going down or something, some sort of a flag like that. And then basically what we do is we just like simulate it where we go through like we iterate through the string, we place each character into the right row, basically just changing direction when you're hitting the top or the bottom row. So yeah, basically simulate zigzag pattern with the list. I guess like this is a pretty implementation heavy problem. So I guess I could just like run through it right now. But yeah, as we're iterating through every single character, we just need to have checks to see whether or not you're going up, going down, what the current row is, and then we make a decision based off of that. So does that kind of make sense as like a preliminary idea? I'm gonna start going ahead and coding it up now. So I guess the first thing we want to do is we want to create the rows like we were saying from before. So what we could do is we could have like a rows is equal to just like an empty thing right now. Empty thing right now times the number of rows which exist, which is passed in as a parameter. So we'll have num rows like that. So just create a list to keep hold of the zigzag pattern. Next thing we need to do is we need a variable which keeps track of the current row. So cur row, like we said, equals 0, and then we also want the Boolean flag going down. We'll set that to false initially. Oh, there we go. Equals false. And then the next thing we probably want to do is iterate through every single character in the string. So for car in S, what we can do is first what we want to do is append the current character to the current row. So because that's what we want as our current value. I guess after that, what we want to do is if we're at the top or the bottom, we also want to reverse the direction because that means you'd have to go back, back up or back down, and then yeah, then we have to move up or down depending on like where we're based off of. So yeah, we just first of all let's just focus on like appending it to the current rows. So we'll have the rows, and then we'll have the current row plus equals the character, because we need like the yeah, like that's like the index of where the current row is. Next thing we want to do is we want to do yeah, like if it's like the current, if the current row is equal to 0, 0, or current cur row is equal to like basically like the end, one of the ends, so num rows minus 1. What we want to do is we want it to just flip it around, so going down is equal to not going down. So if it's like at the very bottom, index is 0, or like the top I mean, and then, or if it's the very end, then we want to keep flipping it over. And then otherwise what we want to do is we want to move to the next row, so either down or up. So that's going to be like we want to move the current row up by 1 if going down. Otherwise, yeah, like then we need to keep subtracting it by like 1. So we need to do that. At the very end of all this, what we have to do is we can go ahead and return like the string join together. So like dot join, and then like the rows together. I guess like one thing we need to think about is like some possible edge cases here. Let me just look at this again. Okay, so consistent number here, and then the length of the rows is between 1 and 1000. So there could be situations where it is just equal to 1. So we need to probably keep that like in an account. I guess there's also situations where the number of rows might exceed the length. In that case, we just return the string as well. So maybe you could just add like a base case at the beginning here. So we can add like a if num rows equals 1, or num rows is greater or equal than the length of the string, then we can go ahead and just return s here, and then like that'll take care of the base case. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Time complexity of this one is going to be O of n, because you're going to have to iterate through for every single character in the string, and then just single pass through. Space complexity is also going to be O of n, because you're going to be storing everything in the rows variable over here. So O of n space, and space, and this is going to be O of n time. And time. So if we go ahead and run this now, just do a check. Oh, invalid syntax. Oh, yeah, whoops. Fully accepted, run this, and there we go. Thank you guys for watching.